In this video, I'm going to show you how to create your own database in our course server. This can be useful under two scenarios. Sometimes you might accidentally delete your default database. In that case, you can create your own without being dependent on me to do that. The second scenario where it might be useful is for this course we are using different sets of tables for different purposes. Currently you have a set of 10 or 11 tables for the in-class exercises that's based on a bank database. You might want to create a you will have to create 3 separate tables for your homework 3, and you might want to create a new set of tables for your project. Now some of you have told me that it could be very confusing when you have tables for all these 3 different purposes appear in the same section of the screen under the same database. So the second feature that we have built into our database server will allow you to separate these tables into separate databases that you can connect to work on different tasks. So with that, let's get started by creating your own default database in the event that you accidentally deleted it. So to demo that, I have to first delete this existing database. Now for this purpose, I created a dummy student user called nsahu, who has his own database called nsahu. Now we're going to delete that first. To delete that, go to the database menu in SQL Pro, click on delete database, and it will ask you if you're sure. We'll go ahead and click delete. Now that database is gone from this menu. So just to show you from the very first steps how to create a database when you accidentally deleted it, I'm going to close this window and I'm going to launch SQL Pro again. Alright, so now I would log in as that user, but I cannot provide any database here in the database field because I don't have any. I just deleted the last database I had. So with that, click on connect, and notice that you can still connect to the server. It's just that you don't have a database to create your tables in. Now how do we create the new database? Simply click on the add database and provide the database name. The catch here is the name of this database has to be same as the name of the database you had before. So in this particular case it would be nsahu. But when you are creating your own database, it has to be the name of the database you had, or same as the user ID that you are using to connect to the server. Click add, and you can see that it created the new database and you are automatically switched into it, or automatically connected to it. Now just to make sure that you indeed have full permission inside this new database, we're going to create a new table. To do that, click on the plus, provide a table name. I'm going to call it test, and it did create the new table. So you have the permission to add stuff to this database and modify anything you want. Alright, so now let's go to the second step where you are interested in creating a new database for your homework tables. Let's say we are trying to create one for the homework number 3. To do that, again go to the same menu here, click on add database, provide it a name, but here is the tricky part. The name that you can give to this new database has to follow a specific pattern. It has to start with your user ID that you use to log in, followed by an underscore, followed by some string that you want to give to distinguish this particular database from other databases that you have. So I'm going to call it nsahu underscore hw3 for homework 3, and then click add, and it created the new database for homework 3. Okay, and you are this check mark here shows that you are now connected to the homework 3. Again, just to make sure that you have all the permissions inside it to do your work, click on the plus, provide some test table name, and as you can see, it created the table with one column in it. So one caveat in this whole process that I have to mention is, when you accidentally or intentionally delete a particular database by going to database and then delete database, the entire database and anything within that, all the tables and any data in those tables, they all get deleted. Now when you recreate the database, those tables and data, they don't come back, they don't get recreated, so you lose them permanently. So with that caveat, I hope this feature will be useful to you as you start working on your homework and the project. Let me know if you have any questions.